Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc Schlock, where it's a review of the movie Toxic Zombies. This one is about what's supposed to be some sort of a chemical to get rid of hippies that winds up turning them into zombies. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole plot of the movie. Some sort of pesticide turns hippies into zombies because, according to this movie, the government is not smart enough to try and send people out there, or maybe have the owner try to, if the owner is bugged by these people going out there, doing what they're supposed to be doing, what they're wanting to do. I guess this movie's trying to say that let the government handle it and let them pour pesticides on them. So that's pretty much what happens. And our main hero is named Tom. So Tom's supposed to go out fishing with a buddy of his and his girlfriend, and that's when the zombies come along and turn their weekend away into a complete nightmare. And Tom meets up with a couple of kids named Amy and Jimmy. So, yeah, it's Tom, Amy, and Jimmy versus hippie zombies that, they attack people, but they kind of do it in some pretty different ways. In fact, one of the first zombies in this movie, I couldn't tell if he was supposed to be like a Gomez Addams zombie or Frank Zappa. Either way, he looked freaky. So, of course, Tom is doing everything he can to stop the zombies, and, there's only one left, and it tries to take Amy away. Unfortunately, Tom loses his girlfriend in the process, or wife, whichever, I'm not really sure, I don't really remember. So the zombie tries to take away Amy, but Tom saves her life, and then it goes back to where Tom was working at, and he decides to pretty much quit his job, and he stops by a gas station where there's at least one last final lame jump scare from the gas station attendant, and then he drives off after seeing what looks like a picture of a waterfall. That's it. The movie was written, directed, and starring Charles McCran. So why did this movie suck? Well, it's not exactly a great zombie movie, and I'll give it this much. It is kind of unique because the zombies, if I remember right, the zombies use some weapons in this movie. But of course they do what they do, what zombies are supposed to do. But it's a cheesy early 80s zombie movie, and it's not great. But hippies, that's the part that gets to me. Hippies are zombies. Yeah, figure that part out. And it has that same old story it always has. Some sort of chemical. In this case, I don't think any of the hippies passed on. I think it was the chemicals that turned them into zombies. The gore in this movie is so-so. And unfortunately, I have some sad news to report about this movie. The guy said it was a writer, director, and star. Charles McCran was unfortunately involved in the September 11th attacks. And from what's been said, I think this was the only movie he ever did. Poor guy. So yeah. This movie is about 90 minutes long. Again, it's kind of extreme. But, you know, the first little bit of the movie, and there's hippies being taken out, and it's like, oh, seriously? You can't just go up to them and say, hey, why don't you guys just leave? But they're trying to tell you government officials are bad. And they're going to do whatever they want, I suppose. Oh, Lord. But there you guys have it, a review of Toxic Zombies. I have no idea if you can find this movie anywhere, but if you do, hopefully you can find an uncensored version, because the only version I was able to re-find on this was from Commander USA, and yeah, there's a lot taken out from that version. But if you have seen this movie and you'd love to leave me a comment down below about how you feel about it, whether you agree or disagree, I'd love to hear from you guys. And of course, if you like my videos, always feel free to subscribe. If you got a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that made you feel sort of like you had some sort of chemical problem inside of you after it was over with, send it my way and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. And until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on. Is it me, or does that look like the guy from Disturbed on all those Disturbed albums?